Welcome. This presentation explores globalization as both a challenge and an opportunity, with a compass-like graphic that points towards strategy and direction. We'll look at how rising complexity and new markets create friction but also pathways to growth, and why firms that navigate regulatory, operational, and cultural headwinds thoughtfully can turn those pressures into competitive advantage. This slide breaks down a modular global value chain, showing how R&D, production, marketing, and support can be orchestrated across regions to cut costs, lift quality, and shorten lead times. Think of the world map and icons as a playbook. Coordinate dispersed teams, synchronize standards, and move suppliers faster than competitors to capture scale and resilience. Here we see three linked trends: market complexity, multiplication, rapid scaling of digital goods, and the power of early localization. The chart shows niche digital offerings accelerating into billion-dollar platforms within years, while the diagrams remind us that multiplying customer segments, pricing options, and product variants demand deliberate local execution to unlock global scale. Remote work opens clear advantages. Firms can hire specialized skills at competitive costs from varied markets and stitch distributed teams into fast innovation loops. The visuals show countries supplying niche expertise and a cycle of diverse viewpoints that accelerates iteration, increases the odds of breakthroughs, and helps startups reach new markets more quickly and affordably. Cultural intelligence is presented as a strategic imperative, not soft skill. Varied negotiation styles, decision hierarchies, and communication norms create real risks of misinterpretation. The central message is practical develop adaptability, empathy, and local context reading to build trust, avoid delays, and ensure projects succeed across diverse regions and stakeholders. Supply chains are fragile because pandemics, geopolitical flashpoints, and extreme weather create disruptive triggers that expose network bottlenecks. The middle diagram highlights choke points in logistics, while the solution panel urges redesigning sourcing maps, diversifying suppliers, increasing safety stock, and enhancing resilience to keep goods flowing under stress. Global regulatory compliance sits at the center of cross-border business, touching data residency, consumer protections, employment codes, and product labeling. The slide's framework acts as a shield. Identify distinct local rules, assess risks like fines or brand damage, and deploy proactive legal audits, policy review, and native advisors to reduce exposure and maintain market access. Financial volatility and regulatory complexity are front-line risks, with floating exchange rates and varying tax or transfer pricing rules able to erode margins. The opportunity side shows practical tools, hedging instruments to protect cash flow, and specialized fiscal software to automate compliance, allowing firms to stabilize finances while scaling internationally. Globalization asks firms to standardize core technology and branding while localizing features, payment methods, and customer support. The diagrams in the Netflix case study illustrate how subtitles, regional content libraries, and localized pricing drives sustain subscriber growth, proving that global scale plus local relevance is the winning combination for long-term expansion. Mitigating risk and driving value requires pairing supply chain resilience with sustainability initiatives. The left side maps supplier audits, redundant manufacturing, and disruption mitigation, while the right side emphasizes transparent labor practices and carbon reduction that satisfy regulators and attract sustainability-minded consumers and investors, creating durable commercial advantage. Startups gain an edge by mastering plug-and-play services, cloud accounting, global payroll APIs, and e-commerce integrations that let them launch in months rather than years. The visual contrast with legacy rivals shows how modern stacks outpace incumbents. Agility to deploy across countries quickly becomes a decisive time-to-market advantage in global expansion. Finally, turning globalization into repeatable growth depends on a strategic foundation of data-driven market selection, culturally agile teams, and compliant infrastructure that feed a globalization engine. That engine converts cross-border complexity into competitive advantage, enabling firms to capture emerging market value, shape industry standards, and secure a leadership position over time.